Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. 60 or 53, Mike 53. All day, baby, all day. Shift.
On first down, Evans. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 19-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Five. Mike 29. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. 29 is the Mike 29. The rush.
Second and 11. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Hubbard, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Second and 10. Flushed out right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hubbard. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
30 base. Check 53. Rock it. Switch.
They'll run on first down. It's Evans. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And his kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Come on, set. 8, read. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check, 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 check. Chance, chance, chance. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. You go tight. You go.
On 2nd down, Martin takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Out, 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 out. Got it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Double up, double up.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Watch QB drop.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He completes it to Evans. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
53, check 53. Yep. Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check. 53 is mine.
Yep.
Check. 53 is mine.
Hey, Alpha.
Watch the run. Watch the run. 53 is
Hit it.
53 is mine.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
The pass. Check.
Hey, Echo.
Back to throw here. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be taken at the 10. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46.
Shift. Hey, watch it. General, West. Check the backer. Joker. Hey.
They'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Exit. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Ready. Here I come again. Ready.
Looking to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Protein spell. Go.
They're not ready for this. They still playing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, lock it.
36.
Hey, Haywood. Go.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Yes. Hey, exit.
Mike 29, I'm going to run you over. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Ready?
He'll drop to throw. He's got Evans. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Ready. 8 read.
Number 53, Mike 53.
80 weapons.
On first down, Hubbard. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
43.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mode.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Check 3-6-6. Pull it high.
2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line.
Three down. Check.
We two jet bombers.
43's the mic.
45.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The catch made by Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
And the Texans first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Topper.
Now back to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Watch the pass. Here we go. 10 Tucson. Yeah, watch the out. Zip. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Go. 56. No gain on this defense. You're out. Check 4. Showing it. Check 3. Hard. Check 3.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Heavy on the edges. Trace don't travel. Trace don't travel.
Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think? And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready up. So Mike 50. All day. All day.
Check, 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 check.
Bullet high.
And with the play clock counting down towards 0, Todd Bowles will take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. Set 18 Gator.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Topper. Topper.
50, Mike 50, huh? It's a party now. It's a party now. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Check. Go.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Hey, high 7. 2.
They'll set up a throw. Completes it to Miller. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Bravo.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He'll return it from the 6. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. This is more coming. This is more where I came from.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Chopper.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And it's complete to Martin. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Red. 70 in. There, right there. Charlie. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go.
Smoke.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. On the ball.
He'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
64, weak. Check 3.
Following the penalty, Martin. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Again, it's Martin. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. Box trap. 15 liney, 15 liney.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Go.
Back to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. 1st down. Here's the run with Martin. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Here we go, here we go. 10 Tucson.
Right here.
Check Leo.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Check 13. Lock it. Check 13. Let's go.
2nd and 15. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Squeeze, get in there.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Focus, defense, focus. Check. Lucky. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Ready, go.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. Room here to run. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run. Martin. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They try again with Martin. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Double dog. That's the way.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Let's go, boys, go! First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Rush in. Watch this H3. 218, chopper. Gone. Buzz. Let's go. 5.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, Orbit.
At the 36-yard line.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43. Let's go, D.
43 is the mic.
Hey, wahoo!
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. All day.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16.
Recon, 132 fighter. Smith. What? Squeeze. Hit it.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check 99.
Hey,
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to loft one. Deep left. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And a 10th carry here for Martin. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hubbard, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On the set.
53, Mike. Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Ready.
2nd and 6. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 40, 11. 29 is Mike. Mike 29.
Look at me. Zipper.
29.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 46. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected for the second week in a row? He's
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. That one looks like he'll throw here. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So from outside the red zone now after the sack, a long 3rd and goal.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Pick me up.
Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. He's going to let it fly. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Leo! Begin. Check. Hot route. Hot. Now! I got motion man. Me. Hey, Alpha. Mike, check. 59. 5.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Broncos, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Time to bring the bass bird. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we align. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like rape. Bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him better. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a setter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People let the bank let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet. Took over the game, and we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, I'm bombing. If my mom stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they shit. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wheel. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes.